Greetings, web designers. We are going to do a little bit of JavaScript now. So we have covered using HTML, we've covered using CSS, and now we want to use a little JavaScript to give some more functionality to the site that you're using. So your HTML gives, your basic structure to your site and your content, and your CSS pretties it up, but your JavaScript actually brings it to life. And we're just going to do some pop-up boxes today to show you how to make your site a little bit more active. So whenever you're going to use JavaScript, you're going to put your code inside of your HTML, and you're just going to have these tags, script, opening and closing, and you'll put your JavaScript in there. You could do external, but we're not going to do that here. So whenever you're going to use JavaScript for what we're doing right now, you're going to just put these tags in, the opening and closing script tags, and put your JavaScript inside of those tags, okay? And we're going to do alert boxes today, confirm boxes, and prompt boxes. So here's your alert content, and it's just this simple. An alert box is often used if you want to make sure information comes through to the user. When an alert box pops up, the user will have to click OK to proceed. You've all seen these before. Unfortunately, I think of this stuff a lot of times being in shady websites. You'll go to a site and an alert will pop up that'll be like, your computer has a virus. And then you're supposed to click on something, and that there's usually going to be some sort of a nasty script attached to you clicking on the button, so don't do that. But also alert boxes come up in other contexts, and so we're going to show you how to add a little simple alert box to the sites you've made so far. Then there's a confirm box. A confirm box is often used if you want the user to verify or accept something. When a confirm box pops up, the user will have to click either OK or cancel to proceed. If the user clicks OK, the box returns true. If the user clicks cancel, the box returns false. So it gives you a Boolean value is what that is, if it's something is true or false. So here's a real simple one. If confirm, then there'll be a question in there. And if they respond OK, then this is not actual script, right? This would be some code to do something if OK was clicked. Else, which means they're going to click cancel, you would have script in there to do another thing, okay? And I'll show you that in action in a minute. And then finally, we've got a prompt box, and a prompt box actually allows your user to type in some sort of a value to give you information. So a prompt box is often used if you want the user to input a value before entering a page. When a prompt box pops up, the user will have to click either OK or cancel. They won't be able to proceed until they do that. If the user clicks OK, the box returns the input value. If the user clicks cancel, the box returns a null value, which means neither true nor false. Okay. So here's a little example. Variable person equals prompt, tell me your name. And then this part right here, this is sort of ghosted inside of the prompt box. So the question will be, tell me your name, and then inside the box it'll say your name here or whatever, and your user will type over that, okay? And then what I put here is actually a response. So this is what the computers can do afterwards. So you've got a value for prompt, and we declared a variable, and that variable is called person, okay? So the computer knows that person means something, and what it means is the value of this prompt, whatever your user puts in under tell me your name to answer this question. So then I've got it set to use an alert box and alert hello, and then put the person's name and an exclamation point mark after it. So those are three functions that you can pretty easily add to your site. So whatever you themed your site as, I want you to use some pop-up boxes to add some functionality that goes along with your theme. So mine has been food, right? and I've got, you know, all this stuff, and I have my CSS is colored it to a red, white, and blue theme right now. I'm not sure how great actually that color scheme is, but well, red, white, and blue is obviously a great color scheme, but I'm not sure how well it's working on my food site right now. So we want to add some functionality to this site. And so I'm going to pop over here, and this is my HTML editor. I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio, and there you can see the site over there. Now let's show you the code that I've added in. First, I've done my script tags. So inside of the body of the document, my HTML, I put in this first script tag, and this script tag is going to be a confirm box. So we're starting not with the alert, but with the confirm, and my confirm is a conditional statement. So if else. So conditional statements, for those of you that haven't done any programming, that allows your computer to do multiple things based on what a person, what sort of input or conditions exist. So if confirm, so the first thing it's going to do is if, and then confirm is going to say that the box is going to pop up. So this part right here tells it to have a box pop up and ask the question, whatever's in these quotation marks right here, do you like food? So your box that's going to pop up, so is what you want the box to say needs to be inside of quotes, inside of these parentheses. And it goes without saying that your script has to be exactly as it is here. So in order to do this, you have if, and then parentheses confirm, and your question, do you like food? Then dual parentheses, right? Because you have parentheses around this whole statement, confirm, and then you have parentheses around the question, do you like food? Then you have these curly brackets, okay? So what that means is this is the condition, the confirmed condition, if the person clicks OK on your box, okay? So if the person clicks OK on the box that pops up with the question, do you like food? Then I'm saying now go and use one of these alert boxes. So remember, the alert boxes just come up and you can just click OK. So it only gives you the choice of OK to make the box go away. And this in here is the content of the alert box. So if, then confirm. So if you're going to have a box come up that says, do you like food here? Then if they click yes, the alert box, me too, comes up. If they click cancel, that's the else statement. So else, then an alert box comes up that says you must be hungry. Okay? So once again, let's just run through this. So here is my opening of my JavaScript, and then I'm running some JavaScript that's an if statement, and it has confirm in there, and it knows that confirm tells it that it's going to have a pop-up box that's going to ask a question, and the question's going to be whatever is inside of these parentheses with quotation marks around it. Then after that, it's going to have, there's two conditions that can exist. So in the yes condition, if your user clicks OK, then it's going to use this alert pop-up. So alert means another pop-up, and this is the content of the pop-up. Look, you could just go alert me too, and it's just going to, a pop-up that says me too is going to come up, and you can make it go away. But I'm having pop-ups pop up based on the responses that my user gives, okay? So an alert that says me too comes up, and that'll just have a box that they can click OK. It'll go away, and the site will move on with its life, okay? If they click cancel, a different alert pops up, alert, you must be hungry. And then again, there's OK, and you just click on that and then move on. So I'm actually combining the confirm and alert boxes in this bit of code right here. Okay, now, the second group of script is a prompt box, okay? And so prompts ask for your user to put in some sort of a data. I have put here, I've declared a variable called food, okay? And you could call that variable anything you want, but my user is going to put in a kind of food, so I called the variable food. So here, variable, you're declaring a variable. Say, you're telling the computer, I'm creating a variable, and it is called whatever you put afterwards, okay? Then I'm having this sort of like this statement right here, like I've got alert me to. Here, I've got prompt, and prompt means it's going to ask a question, and it's going to give a text box that your user can enter information into. And whatever they enter in that box is going to become what the variable food is equal to, okay? So it's going to prompt them, please enter your favorite food, and it's going to show these question marks sort of ghosted in the prompt box that they're going to type over. Then they're going to type something in over those question marks. Then my alert, I'm going to have another alert box. So I'm using alert again, and it's going to pop up, and it's going to say, I love food too. Now, notice how in these quotation marks, I put a space after love, because if it's going to be a sentence, you need a space after love and before food, and that space has to be added inside of these quotation marks, okay? Then you need this plus sign because it's going to be this string, I love. Then it's going to add whatever the value of the variable food is that your user has typed in, and then it's going to add this other text, which is called a string value. Anything that's like text inside of quotation marks when you're programming is called a string. So then it'll add the end of the sentence too with an exclamation mark, okay? And then that's the end of the script. So coding is, actually JavaScript is a true coding language. HTML is just for making websites. Even though it's evolving all the time, it's still not a fully functional coding language. When we're doing JavaScript, we're doing more authentic or high-level coding. So I'm kind of showing you this basic thing, and there's a lot going on in here, like when I'm talking about, okay, this is a string value, or the confirm is actually a Boolean value. And that's, a topic for a whole nother day. What I'm trying to do right here is just give you this basic way to create these simple pop-up boxes to give you a chance to use a little bit of JavaScript inside of your sites. So let's take a look at what this looks like inside of the site that I made. It's right here. Okay, so here's my food site, and I'm going to refresh it, and it's going to run that script, and let's see what it does. Okay, do you like food? And I'm going to say, yeah, I do. Okay. And it's going to say, me too. Okay, then the page says, please enter your favorite food, and I'm going to put in tacos. And I'll click OK. I love tacos too. Okay, so now let's run it through when I don't hit OK. So I'll go here. This page says, do you like food? And I'll hit cancel. No, and it says, you must be hungry. Then I'll click OK. And then again, ask me your favorite food, and I can put in pizza this time and click OK. And it'll say, I love pizza too. All right, so that is the simple little bit of JavaScript that I want you to add. So I want you to go into your websites, and I want you to do something similar to this with your site asking questions and making alerts and having your user fill in prompts that your computer will then respond using their prompt. And I'd like your JavaScript to go along with the theme that you've created for your sites so far. So I want you to make sure that you use confirm, alert, and prompt all in your site. And I look forward to seeing how you can creatively use those things. Until next time, everybody.